Hiya guys, it's Damien here from Deck Store in Chadsmore on the Cannock Road, just in case you want the location. We are next to the fish and chip shop on the Chadsmore High Street. So this is the last and final instalment of the Xbox Series X that had the super glue on the board, the HDMI repair. Obviously, if you've seen the videos I've previously posted up, you'll see it came in pieces. It was a little bit of a mess, and this, that and the other. We've managed to actually repair it. I didn't document the final repairs to it, unfortunately. It was missing some components, some little small surface mounted components. This is a downer board, by the way, but yeah, I mean, if you can see these little tiny things on the board here, little capacitors, resistors and stuff, it was missing a few of them from the motherboard, which took us quite a long time to track down, unfortunately. So we had to put sort of probably about another 3 to 3.5 hours worth of labour into repairing it. It's still not going to cost the customer the earth. Obviously these things are like 500 quid to buy, and it's more cost effective to try and get the console up and running and repaired. So obviously, if you've seen the previous videos, I've had to get the super glue off the board because it was covering the tracks for the HDMI, so I couldn't have soldered it down. I've managed to do that, managed to put the HDMI on, managed to put the unit back together. I've also give it a complete service, so it's had new heat paste. Yeah, new heat paste. It's been completely cleaned, all the dust removed and everything. The console itself looks absolutely brand fire new on the inside. There wasn't any damage at all to the tracks that the HDMI sits on, but there was some like little bits of scratching around the edge. Like I say, this is my downer board, so what I'm gonna say is, like, basically just in between the HDMI here and this end here and pieces there were damage, just little scratches and stuff, but it hadn't gone deep enough to cause any major damage. It hadn't cut through any tracks or traces or anything like that, so I was very happy of that. And I was going to originally charge the original price for just doing an HDMI on it, even though we had to spend extra time and sort of take the super glue off the board and stuff. But when we come to power it back up, once we semi rebuilt it into the case, into the housing, the light had come on and then just turn off again, and we couldn't get any signs of life on the screen or anything like that. It wouldn't stay on long enough, so obviously we had to strip it back down, take out the motherboard, find out which components were at fault. Luckily, just off sort of a visual inspection, we noticed a couple of components missing and replaced them, but it didn't fix the fault altogether. So what we had to do was sort of just look a little bit further on into it, and we noticed obviously there was another missing component that plays a big part in sending the image to the screen. It wasn't the SMD on the back, which we were on about, which is this little chip here. It wasn't that. Thank God for that. So yeah, nevertheless, anyway, we managed to track it all down and sort out the issue, and I just hope the customer's going to be happy. We're not going to charge them the earth for it or anything like that. It's going to be a little bit more due to labour costs. Nevertheless, it's cheaper than going out and buying another one at sort of 500 quid. So this is the console. It's a bit rough and ready around the edges, but the inside is absolutely brand fire now. This grid here is very hard to clean, so I'm going to clean that up a little bit more for them. But that's all back together. Whenever we take an Xbox apart, I'll completely remove this sticker as careful as possible so we can put it back over the screw. But again, I didn't strip this unit down. I'm going to get into the ports and just clean the external of it up a little bit more now, and then it's ready to go back to the customer. Nevertheless though guys, it's all up and running again. and I'm very happy at what we've done. I'm just going to sign into, well, I can't really sign into the profile, to be honest with you, because it's got a, but I can go back and just so you can see it on the screen there. It's absolutely perfect and no issues at all, thank God. So yes guys, thanks for watching the videos and liking and sharing and doing what you do. We really appreciate it. It really does help us massively. We want to try and get the word around a lot more, just so we can get a few more people coming through the door and see what we can do for them. We're here to help, and you know, we're not here to rip anybody off or anything like that. You know, we're really fairly priced, so if you need anything doing, pop in and see us. Okay guys, anyway, I'll stop gassing. Have a good day, see you later.